This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Keith says, if you could hold any title in your career, what belt would it be? I think you would have been a great Intercontinental Champion. So I think he's talking about belts you didn't hold. So we'll forget the TV belt, which obviously was your world title, that famous red strap, and of course all the different various tag titles you collected over the years. Was there one belt individually you would have liked to have held along the way?
Well, I would be a liar and a fool in the same mouthful if I didn't say the NWA World Champion.
Of course.
I don't harp on it. It's not like something I feel like my career was not complete because that never happened. But if I sit and told you that I didn't think a lot of nights about what it would be like to be the world champion for the NWA when performance was the standard.
Right.
That was, if you were in the industry and you were a wrestler and you didn't aspire to be that, and even if it was in one fleeting thought, then maybe you were in the wrong business. I didn't harp on it, didn't sit there and think about it. I didn't get bitter because it never happened. I didn't think the company or the industry owed that to me by any stretch of the imagination. You can look at the list of guys that were never that guy, that champion. It's mighty surprising that list is as long as it is.
Yeah.
But that would be the one, no doubt.
Chris38 says, if Arn could design a title belt today, what would be some of the main traits to make it stand out? Would he borrow from some of the more historic belt designs in wrestling history?
The bigger belts to me have always seemed just a little bit, how do I even put it, distracting.
Okay.
Maybe, the mid-size, like, the NWA, world title, that particular belt it just was streamlined to fit most any waist.
Right.
Once you started like into the big, a lot of guys, which I'm sure you're one of them, Conrad, like the big gold belt.
Yep.
To me, it felt just a little bit bigger. Again, that's one of those deals where bigger's not better. I did like the color scheme on like the TV title, and I think you got to break it down to individual titles and all of that stuff. But I've seen some that were I did not like the spinner belt, as you can imagine. Nobody
did.
That wasn't a shock that you just heard that, was it?
No.
It wasn't broke. Don't fix it. Don't entertain when entertaining is not what you're trying to say. I'm the champion. You want this? You're going to have to come take it. It wasn't about the thing being able to spin.
Right.
Again, that's just an old timer with an old timer view.
But we all share it. So here's one from Michael Eldridge. Another question about titles. What was the difference between the national tag title, the world title, and the United States tag titles? Doesn't it seem like at one time JCP had too many tag title belts?
Yeah, and they weren't featured. Especially the national tag titles. Right? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
The national tag titles. Yeah. Those weren't, I don't think they were featured properly. The television title, everyone seemed to understand what that was about. Now, I would say for a period of time with Crockett Promotions prior to us, that influx of talent that came in, the U.S. title was the stepping stone to getting a world title shot.
Right.
So that meant something. If you were the U.S. champion, you could go into a match with the world champion, and it was almost like that's what validated you getting the title shot. Not that you were the number one contender, but the U.S. champion was the automatic number one contender.
Right.
So I always thought that had a lot of value.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money, it's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.